So this situation is from Reality Blurb, and it says Vanderpump Rules Lala Kent admits to cheating with James Kennedy amid his relationship with Raquel as girlfriend Allie reacts. Okay, before we dive into the article, a couple of things. Number one, Lala Kent, you're evil. You're an evil, evil chick because I didn't watch last season of Vanderpump Rules because it was a hot mess and I couldn't stand it. But prior to that, did you guys notice how much, and James, you're evil too. You're also a scumbag. Did you notice how much Lala and James gaslit Raquel and everybody else? Because we all could tell that there was sexual chemistry between Lala and James. I think everybody on the cast could tell there was sexual chemistry between Lala and James. I think everybody in production could tell, right? But they kept saying, no, we're just friends. We're just friends. There's nothing to be worried about. Oh, no, Raquel, you're just being insecure. You just have low self-esteem. You're just being jealous of Lala. You know, and Lala being like, oh, you're a dummy. You're stupid. You have doe eyes, blah, 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 blah. Turns out Raquel's intuition was right. Because now all of a sudden, Lala thinks she's big and bad because she no longer has Randall's money. So she doesn't have to lie and act like she actually likes him anymore. You know, James and Raquel are broken up. So now she's admitting, yeah, guess what? James and I did have sex while you were in a relationship with him. Side note, James and I had sex when I was in a relationship with Randall. So not so insecure, right? Not so paranoid, not so jealous, but just knowing a vibe. And the reason why I think it's so evil is because if you've had this lie for all of these years, why do you feel the need to tell the truth now? You know what I mean? Like what was the point of that? To me, I think it was Lala's ego, and she wanted to exert control, and she wanted to kind of puff herself up, you know? Like, oh yeah, you know, James and I did have sex when you were with him. You know, that whole situation. And this Allie girl looks like she's freaking 12 years old. And I don't like to call women gold diggers, but Allie, your slip is showing, sweetheart. Your slip is showing. I personally don't really like her very much. I'm just going to be honest. I think her personality is very weird. She seems like a very weird person to me. I think the fact that she got together with James so quickly after him and Raquel's engagement ended, I don't think that's so much. I think it says a lot about James and his problems and his dependency, but I also think it says a lot about her as well. It seems like she's more of a fan of the show than a cast member of the show. And I also thought it was very creepy when she said to Raquel, yeah, it's like I'm so happy that you were with him because he wouldn't be the man he is today without you. That was a very evil thing to say to her. And then when she said, yeah, it's like we switched lives. I thought that was really weird and creepy as hell. James, I know you can't be alone, but like wink twice if you need help. This Allie girl to me is weird as hell. She's very weird. She seems like she's obsessed. I don't know. I just get a weird vibe from her. She seems like a Lifetime movie waiting to happen. And that's saying a lot because I think James has a lot of emotional things that he needs to work through. I personally don't think James needs to be in a relationship. I think he needs to be in therapy. I felt really sad that he started drinking again. I don't know if he's the type of person that needs to be sober or if he's the type of person that needs to be really mindful with his drinking. It seemed as though he's kind of the person that needs to be sober, but I don't know. You know, I can't speak on somebody else's sobriety, right? But I felt sort of like James needs to learn how to love himself before he jumps into any other relationship. And you could tell that when he was like, oh, the next time I stop drinking, it has to be for me, not because of some ultimatum. I stopped drinking, I cleaned my life up, and it still wasn't enough. And it's like, James, it's not that you aren't enough. It's just that you still have some stuff you need to work out. So I don't know about that. I also think James is just, James to me just comes off as just so thirsty. Like him and Lala. I don't like the whole, and I'm going to talk about this in a separate video that I do about, I'm going to compare Lala and Erica because to me there's so many similarities there. But I don't like the whole, she acts like she's so tough and hip hop and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, girl, shut up. You're from Utah. Lauren from Utah, please just shut up and have several seats. I personally think Lala and James are in love with each other. But just like James said, he doesn't have enough money, so she'll never really give him the time of day. But yet she wants to always exert control over him. And then she always wants to exert control and intimidate any woman that he's with. She bullied Raquel, and this girl, Allie, is going to have a very rude awakening. But let's get into it. Okay. So this says, Lala Kent admitted on Wednesday night's premiere of Vanderpump Rules that she and James Kennedy hooked up earlier on in their relationships with Randall Emmett and Raquel Leviss, respectively. Although they both since moved on from those relationships, with Lala having ended her engagement to Randall in October 2021, and James and Raquel calling off their engagement weeks later, the news of their past hookup didn't come as good news to James's current girlfriend, Allie Lieber, who was shocked by James' infidelity. Side note, Allie, if you're shocked that James cheated on Raquel, then I don't know what rock you've been living under. They literally did a whole montage of about 4 or 5 chicks that he was sleeping with while with Raquel. Allie, girl, this fame you're chasing, because I don't think you love James. I think you just wanted to be on the show. You got to figure out what price you're willing to pay for it. But Allie, you weird me out. There's something about you that just creeps me out. You're like a 5-stage clinger. There's something about you. You're a walking Lifetime movie about to happen. I don't know what's going on. There's something about Allie that just really creeps me out. But let's keep going. Dun, 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 dun. I was mad at him for a minute, for sure. Yeah, Allie told Page 6 at the premiere party. I think I felt for Raquel a lot in that moment, just knowing they were about to get married and she was never going to know this. That's never fun to find out about a partner, she continued. Side note, I don't know why it's either the producers or the cast members that try to force the ex and the current to be friends. Like during the premiere, when Raquel was like, let me take you to the side, Allie, and let's talk about, James, and I want to make sure you're okay. You seem like such a sweet girl. And Allie was like, you're right, because you and I totally switched lives. I was like, this girl is psycho, but whatever. I don't like that because it seems so counterintuitive, forced and fake, and against human nature. Like, I don't want to mentor my ex's current girlfriend. Like, what the hell? No, I don't care. Like, I don't want to talk to you about his communication skills. I don't want to tell you have to be confident, girl. No, miss me with all that. Especially if me and the ex haven't gotten to a place where we're cordial or we're friends or it's just good, which clearly James and Raquel are not in that place. She's drunk and crying and he's trying to hurt her because he's jealous about weird, creepy predator Peter. Doesn't Peter come off very like a predator, very sleazy? Ugh. Peter to me, that was so creepy and cringe. Anyway, I don't know. It just seemed really, really forced and very bizarre and weird. And just, I don't know if producers are trying to make a moment like, hey, Raquel, go get Allie, have a sit down, trying to make that a story. I don't know. Or if that's really what Raquel wanted to do. But me, I'm not sitting down my ex's current chick and being like, let's have a therapy session about your current relationship with him. Okay, good girl. No, miss me with that. I don't know where they do that at, but I'm not doing it. And I always think that's really weird. Anyway, let's keep going. According to Allie, who began dating James in early 2022, just weeks after James and Raquel split, can we say rebound, she and her boyfriend talked it through after he told her Lala had mentioned it on camera. And according to James, he wasn't mad at his co-star for doing so. Although he assisted Although he insisted he wasn't proud of his infidelity and said his behavior wasn't indicative of the man he is today, James said he doesn't have time to be mad at Lala for something that happened 6 years ago. We've already worked on our friendship so much since then, he explained. On the Pump Rules premiere episode, Lala told Katie Maloney, James and I, we were both very new in our relationships, definitely hooked up, and she noted that their drunken encounter took place in Chicago. You're making me nervous. My heart is being like, please don't, James begged in response before confirming the hookup. Side note, I don't think that Allie, a girl, again, you're a weirdo. I don't think that James was saying, please don't, to spare Allie's feelings, because I don't even know why Allie would have an issue, to be perfectly honest. I think it's more that he was saying it to spare Raquel's feelings, because Raquel is the girl that he was actually cheating on. You know? Allie, you weren't even in the picture when this happened. Like you said, this was 6 years ago. You just popped on the scene. Shut up, Allie. Shut up. And I do think that her, and by her I mean Lala, admitting this was simply a power play. I think it was her way of saying, I can always have James Kennedy whenever I want him. I'm the one he actually really wants. I think it was nothing but a power play, and that's really, really dirty. Okay, let's keep going. Meanwhile, during another scene on the show, Raquel told Sheena Shea she hopes Allie doesn't suffer from low self-esteem like she did throughout her years-long relationship with James. I mean, some of the stuff that I tolerated, I look back and I'm like, what the F was I thinking she shared? As for her decision to expose her past hookup with James, Lala said that going into season 10, she didn't want to be carrying any secrets. Lala, shut the hell up. You're talking about carrying secrets, girl? Girl, bye. You were carrying a lot of Randall secrets until the money ran out. If the money hadn't ran out, you would still be carrying that man's secrets, just like Erica Jane. But since the money ran out, so did you. But let's keep going. This season, going into it, I just felt like I was sitting in a pile of stuff, and I just wanted all of my skeletons out. I wanted to start making amends to people who I've affected, Lala explains, adding that she and Raquel went through a lot of up and down during season 10. So how is admitting on camera and laughing about it to Katie while James is there making amends with Raquel? See, Lala, that's why we know you're full of it. You're full of it, girl. If you're so, I don't want secrets, I want to make amends, you would have sat Raquel down off camera and told her what happened, not laugh on camera saying, oh, now do I need to break up James and Allie? Remember she said that? Oh, James, you're looking good. You know, do I need to break up you and Allie? It was a way for her to exert control. Psychotic. And maybe I shouldn't have told Raquel about the hookup because she was upset about it. But hindsight's 2020, Lala continued. Lala, you didn't tell Raquel. You told us, production, Katie and James. And then it came out. Girl, bye. I felt in the moment that I was doing something that I needed to do for both of us because we were in a great place and I wanted to move forward with her. I just couldn't move forward with her knowing that I had been someone who I'm not proud of. Understandably, Lala said she and Raquel are not great today. That's okay, though, she noted. That's to be expected with this group. Shut up, Lala. Please shut up. Girl, bye. You're trying to be the Lisa Rinna of Vanderpump Rules. And to be perfectly honest, it's not working. At least Rinna knows how to get the job done, unfortunately. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Whew. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. You know, what do you think about Lala coming forward and saying that she slept with James Kennedy, not just when she was in a relationship with Randall, but also when he was in a relationship with Raquel, and her saying that, you know, maybe it's time for her to break up James and Allie. Do you think that this is Lala's way of just trying to be the HBIC? Do you think this is her way of exerting control and it's all ego based? Put it down below. And what do you think about James and Allie? And what do you think about Allie in general? She creeps me out. She gives me the heebie jeebies. There's something really weird about her. I like Raquel. I feel like she looks different this season. She kind of looks like a different girl. Maybe it's the haircut. I don't know. And what do you guys think about Lala? We're going to do a deeper dive into her, into Randall, and I want to do a side by side between her and Erica and Tom because I feel like there's a lot of similarities, but I also think that there are a lot of very disturbing differences. So we'll do a live on that as well. But put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. Stick around my candy canes because I'm going to take your candy canes question in the comments once we go through all of the stories. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a key is always better with community. Check out our description box and join our newsletter. It is free. And check out everything else we have to offer. So with that, let's move on to our next story. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So this one is Lala Kent talks, quote, dark times on Vanderpump Rules, canceled spinoff, and Tom